Hey, it's IdkWhatsRc and this is my Bursting Rock Lobster guide sponsored by Smoking Dice. In this video I will tell you everything you need to know about collecting tons of Crimson Shark. In fact, it's one of the best ways to collect them and train summoning. In order to use this method, you will need at the very least to have done the quest Desert Treasure and have level 70 magic in order to be able to use the spell Iceberg from the Ancient Spellbook. You will also need level 43 Prayer in order to use Protect from melee. There are many things that can improve the amount of charm you will get their power, and the first one is obviously magic and the second one prayer. You can also increase your defense and attack level so you will be able to wear better items. There's also the Rundle quest, so you have the Holy Crunch item, and finally the Dremonic Trials, so you won't actually have to pay a little fee every time you use the bow. This is the equipment I recommend to have for the people who have mid-wealth. So the Staff of Life is very useful because you will save a lot of room, Mage Book, full Arium, or full Garderdomic, depending on your defense level, Infinity Boots, the Spellcaster gloves if you have them, or the best recipe for Disaster gloves you can wear, God Cape, Arcane Stream, which is a Dungeon Ring reward, or a Fury. A Ring of Life is very useful because getting there takes a long time, and if you die you'll lose millions of GPs. Finally, the Reverence Aura if you have it. This is a setup for those who do not have a lot of money, so the main difference is that you will be wearing the full battle robes. So the effect of those robes is that you will save up to 50% of the runes you will use. So in fact it's 50% cheaper than the other setup. And finally, this is the best setup for those who have a lot of money. Those are the items you will need inside your inventory while killing rock lobsters. So first of all, the prayer renewal, I highly recommend to bring them fast, because you will save a lot of trip and getting there is very long. The second item you will need is a rune throwing axe. Is very important, otherwise you won't be able to access the dungeon. After that, there are water, chaos and death rune in order to be able to cast the spell, and don't forget to bring blood rune instead of chaos rune if you're using barrage. Also, don't forget to bring safety food because it's very easy to die there. And don't forget to bring an emergency teleport. Now let's talk about the optional items. So the best one to bring is the full proselyte armor. So they have a very high bonus in prayer, so you will be able to stay there well longer. And also recommend to bring a Holy Grunch and a Vecna Skull to boost your magic level. You can also bring a Wolf Pendiger pouch, but I don't really recommend it, can mess up your setup, and anyway it's level 92 summoning, so I don't think that many people can actually use them. You can also bring a melee weapon, for example a Chaotic Mole, in order to kill the rock lobster when there is only one with low health. Now I will tell you how to get where the rock lobsters are, so it's a very long journey. First of all, you will need to go to Relica with teleport to House or teleport to Camelot, then run northwest. You will need to use the boat at the west part of the city, and then when you're in the Waterbirth Island, you need to go to the dungeon left. Okay, so now you're inside the dungeon. So first of all, it's a very dangerous dungeon, and you will have to prepare a prayer in order to survive. Otherwise, you will die easily. So first of all, when you enter the dungeon, you pray protect from melee and you run east, northeast in fact. There will be a door, so it's a very special door. You absolutely need to be 2 players in order to open it. I will explain it later in the video where I will show you a little clip of me doing it. So after that, you run east with protect from melee, and then you use your rune throwing knife on a little door to open it, so I'll also show that in the little clip. And after that, you simply climb down to the dungeon. Now you will have to pray certain prayer in order to survive in the dungeon. It depends on the monster there, so the first one is Walaskali, so you will have to pray protect from mage. When you will climb down the ladder, then you'll have to protect from range, and then after that from melee, then range. Then after that you will have to pray mage, melee, range. So as you can see, it's very hard to remember all of them, so I recommend to simply have this video while you're traveling through the dungeon. And finally, you will pray range and then enter the last ladder to the rock lobster spot, where you will pray melee. Okay, so in this short clip I will tell you everything you need to do in order to go to the Rock Lobster spot. So first of all, teleport to Relica and use the boat at the west of the port. Now you will have to enter the dungeon. I highly recommend to go to wall 66 in order to open the door in this dungeon. So it's the unofficial wall for the Waterbird Island dungeon. So if you go to wall 66, you will find a door partner in no time. So this wasn't even planned, and there's a guy right there who opened the door with me. So both players need to be on the tiles. After that, one of the players go north and continue east, and the other one goes south then east. You will go both of the players in this little place where the ladder is near. You will have to use your rune throwing axe on the little door support right there to destroy the door, so the other player can come and destroy the other door support. So now you can climb down the stair and access the dungeon. So the first prayer you will pray is melee, then range, not melee but mage, range, melee, range, mage, mage. And I think it's melee. Then after that you will have to rest if you don't have enough energy. Then range, and finally you're at the lobster spot. So pray melee. Now I'll tell you how to actually kill the rock lobsters. So the first part is to lure them into one spot in order to be able to use iceberg to full efficiency. So first of all, you will start near the ladder in the northwest of the little place, and you will be protected from melee. The first thing you will do is run east, and then after that you will have to run southwest. So be careful, don't go too far southwest, otherwise you will die because there are many monsters there. And then after that, when you have the attention of all the rock lobsters, you will have to go near the little torch in order to trap the Gadanok that can attack you. So it's very important to go right there, like I showed in the little picture. I will show it more in detail later with a video. So it's very important, don't forget this part, otherwise you will die in no time. So once you have been there for a few seconds, you go to one of the two safe spots. So this is the first safe spot, also called the U-turn safe spot. So if you're standing right there, the rock lobster won't be able to attack you. So the good thing about this safe spot is that it's way faster to set up, so it's better charm and better experience. However, it's a little bit more dangerous because you'll be most likely attacked by Gadanok, and if the rock lobster respawn, then they will be able to attack you. Another bad thing about this is that it's harder to set up. So as soon as you misclick or move a little bit, you won't be able to reset up everything. You will have to lure them all once again and go south and go north. This is the second safe spot that I will show inside this video. It's also called the ladder safe spot. So one of the good things is that it's easier to set up and it's safer. However, it will be a little bit slower to actually set up this because it's a little bit farther. Another bad thing about this method is that it's easily messed up by other players. So as soon as they climb down the ladder, they will be attacked by the rock lobster and all your setup will be gone. First thing you will do is protect from melee, and then after that you will have to run east then southwest. Like I said earlier, if you have the proselyte armor, then wear it because you will save a lot of prayer points. So it's very good. Now you will have to lure all the rock lobsters southwest. Well, not lure, but keep them following you. So go southwest, don't go too far southwest though, because you will be attacked. So as you can see, I was attacked. They didn't hit very hard, but they can hit very hard. So stay near the torch right there in order to trap the Gadanok. So as you can see, by staying there and then moving, all the Gadanok are all in near the little torch, so they won't be able to attack you when you will be in your safe spot. So it's very important to do so, otherwise you will be attacked by them and you will die easily. If you have soul split, you can use it to get back to full health, and then simply wear your full harem and attack them with iceberg or barrage if you have it. So yeah, there is nothing much to say about killing them. You simply click on them and use your Vecna skull if you have it, and keep your prayer points up when you want to lure them once again. So keep clicking on them until they die. You can also use your chaotic mole if you have one in order to kill them when there's only one of them in order to save runes, but it's not really needed. So when they are dead, you simply pick up the charms, you pray protect from melee, and you repeat with the full proselyte. So you go and lure the one in the north place, and you run southwest like usual. So you run southwest like I just said, don't go too far like I said earlier. It's kind of the same thing. So now you stay near the torch for a few seconds, the Gadanot are lured. You can go to the safe spot right there. You can remove your prayer, you pray Soul Split in order to get back to full health, and you attack the rock lobsters. So as you can see, it's not that hard to do. The luring part, after a while, you will be able to do it very fast and very easily. But you must not misclick while killing them, because if you do so, it will mess up the setup and you can die very easily. So now when they are dead, you can simply pick up the charm, pray protect from melee, and lure them once again. Now I will show you the second safe spot, the ladder one. So it's the exact same luring part. So you go southwest, lure them, and go to the little torch right there. You wait until the Gadanot are close to you, so you can lure them near the torch. Now the little difference is that you will have to go west. So don't near that, but west, near the ladder. So go to the little safe spot and they won't be able to attack you. Then you can simply cast Iceberg on them and wait until they die. Many players don't know if they should use Bursting or Barrage, so the first thing to know is that Barrage is a little bit stronger, around 33% stronger if you compare the max hit, but it costs way more, around twice more GP per cast. So while killing Rock Lobster, the killing part is actually only half the time you will spend. The other half is like luring and picking the charms you will get. So in conclusion, Barrage will be only 15% faster, but it will cost twice more GP. Another good thing to know is the Burstinglobs friend chat. So if you go there, there's many people offering door services at the wall 66 if you need someone to open the door for you. They are also offering blessing service, so if you die, you can ask people to go bless your graves in order to save your items. You can also ask a few things, they can help you. And if you want to buy or sell charms, that I will explain later with the loot sharing system. This is a little FAQ, so the main problem while fighting rock lobsters is that after a certain amount of time they will stop being aggressive. So to reset their aggressivity, all you have to do is to go near the ladder. Another common problem is that they will stop following you. To solve that, all you have to do is to stay closer to them. Now we'll talk a little bit more about loot sharing, but without actually going really into the details. So basically there's one guy who is killing rock lobsters, and there's another guy who is away from keyboard, fletching or hilking, it doesn't really matter. So the guy who is killing rock lobsters, every time he gets a charm, it's shared with the other players, and the other players in return it gives a little bit of GPs to the killer. This is what you can expect while killing rock lobster. So as you can see, it's very good summoning experience, up to 105k experience in summoning. It gives a lot of crimson charm, up to 200 of them per hour, and also good amount of gold, blue and green charms. So while using this method, you should get between 330 kills to 450 kills. So it really depends on your level and your ability to lure the rock lobsters. For the cash, it will cost you around 570k GP per hour if you're using the Staff of Life, and twice more cash if you're using Barrage. Also, do not forget that they do not drop any effigies, so don't expect to get one. The cost per experience in summoning with a Staff of Life is around 5.4 GP per experience, so it's not that expensive. So level 99 summoning should take you around 120 hours and cost you 70 million GPs.